Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my results from the PSMF fast, so the protein sparing modified fast. My name is Jessica Wolf. Thank you for joining me. For those who haven't been with me or haven't watched any videos, as of July 1st, I decided to go carnivore. And to make things a little more interesting, I am choosing a different type of fast or fasting challenge each week of the month. So this last week I did a protein sparing modified fast, and I shared in my last video I struggled. I did the PSMF days 3 days in a row. I would not suggest that. The other 4 days where I could do the fat loss guide, would stay within the fat loss guides. Those were much easier days. However, I was still hungrier than I normally would be. So the results, was it worth it? Was it worth the time, the planning, the feeling hungry? Because when I was going through the challenge, I was like, if any type of numbers make a difference, I would go through this again. But if I don't see much difference on either my measurements or the weight, it's not going to be worth it. So first off, I apologize if the lighting isn't quite, I've been having a hard time getting the lighting right. This is the best lighting I could get. I am traveling the next couple days, and so my plans for this next challenge for this week was to do a bone broth fast, but I changed those plans. So I'll share what I'm going to do instead because of something I just found right after I checked in. So, protein sparing modified fast, was it worth it? For me, yes and no. No, I was down 2 pounds, exactly 2 pounds this week after going through the 7 days of the protocol. Now, my inches pretty much leveled out. Some went up, some went down. It leveled out evenly. So for a 2 pound loss, for me, it was the worst week of challenges so far, which I've only really done the sardine fast, which I didn't think I would like, and so far I'm liking it. So that's how it is for me. Will I try it again? I might. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to come up with more options. I ended up cooking chicken with butter and putting some seasoning salt on it. That made it better and more tolerable, and it made me not as hungry as fast. So, and I was able to work that in and stay below my fat goals on my PSMF days. So if I would have done that all 3 of my PSMF days, I might have had more luck and not been so hungry. If I do it again, I definitely won't do all my PSMF days in a row. It's not suggested, but since I was doing 3-day challenges, that's what I was trying to do. All right, so what am I going to do for next week? Well, my plan was to do a bone broth challenge where I do 3 days where if I'm hungry, I have bone broth. However, I just came from Walmart while I'm traveling out of town, and I was looking for something that I could snack on quickly for supper tonight, for lunch tomorrow, if or when it is that I get hungry. I found a little gem. Of course, it's by the snacks, and so where the beef jerky and everything was, and turkey and beef sticks, I found golden cracklings. I have never seen these before. I just checked online, and apparently they have some at my local store. So I am going to definitely be checking that out. So with finding these, I'm going to do a fat fast. So what these are is just fat cracklings, cooked and baked, and I've made fat cracklings before. I've just used beef fat and made them in the oven. I think it was 350. I put them in the oven at 350 and cut the fat into bite-sized chunks and seasoned them with seasoning salt. This has the fat with skins on, and it's let's see, what is this? It's fried pork fat. So I did beef fat. This is pork fat. So since I found these, I'm like, these are gonna be so much easier for me to eat while traveling. So why not do a fat fast? So I can start my fat fast right away tomorrow instead of waiting till I get home and doing my fast at the end of the day. Because I was at the facility setting up today, and I'm like, bone broth is not going to be the easiest thing. I'll pretty much be doing a water fast at this rate, and which just with what I have to be able to heat up and having a mug, and the facility that I'm in where the event is and we're speaking, we're really not supposed to have liquids. So there goes that option other than water. So that kind of ruined that option. So I'm like, I'll change it. We'll do a fat fast. I have a couple different other fasts that I plan on doing throughout this whole challenge. So that's what my plan is for this week, is the fat fast. And I'm sorry for getting this video out so late with packing. I kind of struggled. So I thank you for joining me and being here with me. So please, I love hearing in the comments that you guys are trying the sardine fast, and I want to know what your results are and how you feel, because it made me feel the best. And I have different people that said that fat fast really worked well for them as well. They got tired of sardines and they've done the fat fast. So I'm looking forward to that. Just knowing, I guess I should also share the there's 7 grams of fat and 7 grams of protein in one serving and 0 carbohydrates. So it's 50-50 fat and protein off of these, which is really awesome to have a snack. And I'm like, these I'm looking forward to. I guess I haven't tried them yet, but I'm looking forward to them, so I'm hoping they taste great. If they don't, I'll be waiting till I get home to finish the fat fast, or finding butter or something along the way. So that's what I'm doing. So keep those comments coming. I love seeing those. If you have questions about what you can have on a fat fast, well, you can have beef cracklings, you can have butter, you can have beef tallow, you can, you're not supposed to have coffee, and I've kind of been trying to give up coffee, yet the only time I'm letting myself have coffee is in a situation where it's people are having desserts, and I'm like, okay, I will allow myself to have a cup of coffee if I'm out with people or at a family event. There's almost always coffee around and available. So I'm allowing myself to have a cup of coffee in those situations, because coffee is going to be way better than the sugars and the sweets and all the junk, right? So that I've allowed myself that coffee. So if you want that warm drink in the morning, and if you're doing a fat fast, you can do warm water and have butter in it, or use brown butter. If you've never browning butter in a pan, it caramelizes a little bit. It gives you a nutty caramely flavor. I love it. And you can choose how dark you want it. There's plenty of different recipes or ways. I guess there's not really much for a recipe other than you're putting butter in a pan and browning it, but just knowing the process it needs to go through to get that browning effect. There are plenty of videos and plenty of things on the website, on different websites. Go search for it and see what you think and try it. I tried it once and said, this is pretty good. So that's one of the things I will be using as a snack if I need to, but these really seem golden. I hope they're as good as I am expecting them to be. If they're not, I will surely let you know so you don't waste your money. So wait for an update on that. So again, thank you for joining me on this journey. Keep sharing and letting me know in the comments how things are going, what you're doing. If you're struggling and what you're struggling with, let me know. I love to help in any way that I can. Well, if you found any use of this video or found this interesting, please like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you get alerted the next time I'm coming with an update. I'm assuming one of my next updates will be, were these any good and are they worth it? So stay tuned. Thank you for joining me.